We're talking about beauty of our country because we are totally convinced that there is not only the traditional concept of beauty, there is what is behind in a country as Colombia. We mean the cultural heritage, our nature. We are the most biodiverse country in the world per square meter. So what we want to show is how we are handling our destination, how we are doing in terms of sustainability to preserve, conserve, and at the same time to attract visitors to our country. That's the idea, that's the concept and the context behind this new message. What they are going to find is, of course, our natural resources, our cultural heritage, but beyond that, what they are going to find, it's an excellent kind of people, excellent activities, itineraries, and of course experiences. You can get immersed in our society. You can go through our different 6 regions. We have 6 different regions in terms of tourism in Colombia with a different offer. We're talking about the Great Colombian Caribbean, the Colombian Pacific, the Western Andes, that is the mountain part of the country, and the Eastern Andes, the Colombian Massif at the south of the country, and the Amazonia Orinoco. Is a total different regions, so you're going to find beauty in terms of nature and culture, but behind that, our people. Well, by the first time, we have coherence between our national and our international campaign. It's the same message. We think that if you are a foreign tourist, you have to reach to our country and continue listening and seeing what you saw in the past through advertisement and everything, so it can be an easiest experience in our country. At the same time, the Colombian people is the best ambassadors that we can find, not only in Colombia but also in foreign countries. So what is behind is to be coherent and to be more strong in the message that you are trying to send to different markets. Well, I have to tell you that we closed 2022 as the 12th market, according to Forward Keys, that recovers tourism before pandemic. Now, in 2023, we are reaching from January to August almost 32% more visitors that we have in that year, in the last year. So we are going to go over our expectations in terms of numbers. We hope to close this year close to 6 million visitors to Colombia, and the next year I think we are going to be close to 6.5 million visitors coming to our country. They are going to find a pretty rich country in terms of nature, of cultural heritage. Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world. The first one in terms, if you measure this in per square meters. And we have more than 100 indigenous communities. If you go to Colombia, you're going to hear more than 65 different languages. And of course, it's going to be a very good spot to understand what you can find in the whole continent. We are a kind of, like a country that can resume what happened in the other countries that are our neighbors. We have different 6 regions, one in the Caribbean, another in the Pacific, with different kinds of communities. In the Pacific, we have this richness based on Afro-Colombian people. In the Caribbean, we have different natural spots, gastronomy, historical places, colonial towns, but always are so different, these 6 different regions. In the Amazonia Orinoco, for instance, is almost the 40% of our territory, and of course is one of the most important lungs in terms of oxygen and nature of the world. So that's what you're going to find in Colombia.